Welcome, good morning, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Jeanette Potts, and I'm in the customer experience team at Merkle. Since we last spoke, we have officially become Merkle and have expanded our services to cover Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and the emerging markets. Today, I'm delighted to welcome two of our marketing experts, Gianluigi Morselli, Salesforce MarTech Advisory Director, and Jonathan Zimnoch, Salesforce MarTech Services Team Lead. Good morning to both of you today.
Thanks a lot, Jeanette,
Welcome,
and thanks a lot to everybody.
Morning.
Thanks a lot to everybody.
It's great to see you guys.
Thanks a lot.
And thanks also to all of our participants for joining. I know a lot of you know Jonathan and Gianluigi very well, so it's really great that you've actually joined us today for the webinar, so thank you. Before we start and hand over to the experts, just a couple of things. So first of all, please do ask questions along the way in the chat. We'll keep an eye on these and we'll try and get back to you. If we don't manage to answer all of the questions today, we will respond to you also individually after the webinar. The session is being recorded, so we will send it out to you with a follow-up email. And also, last but not least, we would love to get your valuable feedback on the webinar on any other topics that you would like to speak to our experts about. So without further ado, I'll hand over to Gianluigi and John. We'd love to hear from you about how brands and retailers can leverage Salesforce Digital 360. Over to you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Jeanette, and I repeat again, welcome everybody, and thanks a lot for joining this session. Today we're gonna talk about Digital 360 and how Digital 360 fits in the Salesforce ecosystem. What is this big transformation and how it will help you, each and every company. Digital 360 unifies marketing, commerce and community functionalities with an add-on of brand new functionalities created ad hoc for this transformation. Digital 360 is for Marketing Cloud with the Customer 360 Audiences Connector. Digital 360 is for Commerce Cloud with a brand new functionality that is the Commerce Cloud payments, a full set of online payments capabilities for Commerce Cloud. Digital 360 is also for Experience Cloud, so for the communities with brand new features that are very important in the experience evolution of Salesforce. One of them is the Experience Builder, so a user-friendly way to build pages and to build pages for your communities. And let me say, my favorite one is the Salesforce CMS, a brand new topic in the Salesforce family that was missing and that finally is part of the family, okay, and it's a very important piece in the overall Salesforce ecosystem. Last but not least, the mobile publisher, that is a very user-friendly way and advanced way as well to build on top for the mobile experience. But today we are gonna uncover the Marketing Cloud part, okay, giving you a little bit more details. What is Digital 360 in the Marketing Cloud? Well, many things, but let me say one thing. I guess you, John, will agree with me that Marketing Cloud is one of the most in the market in the Salesforce family Digital 360 ready platform. Why? I can make some example for email studio or journey builder. Well, thanks to the API capabilities of Marketing Cloud, you are capable of triggering an email from any external system using Marketing Cloud, not only for specifically for commerce, for e-commerce use cases. You are capable of injecting contacts in Journey Builder and then proceed with the marketing follow-up and upsell and other conversions along the journey. Definitely, Marketing Cloud is a Digital 360 ready platform, but let's welcome all together to an additional piece, and let me say a crucial piece in this digital 360 evolution of Marketing Cloud. Customer 360 audiences, and specifically Customer 360 audiences connector, way to for Marketing Cloud to connect with Customer 360, the Salesforce CDP, and to retrieve data from every single touch point, such as online data, purchases, visits from the e-commerce, CRM data with online and offline services and information, mobile apps for having every single touch point connected, and even third-party data storages such as AWS or Amazon, or files, or any other system. What is the advantage? That you can retrieve this information and build your audience, build your enriched audience with having a customer 360 view. Now, I do believe you are wondering, okay, where is exactly Digital 360 hidden in this platform and in all the Marketing Cloud tools? Well, everywhere. The answer is everywhere. As you have seen before, marketing, commerce, and communities, well, now you can see what is the connection between the three different clouds, Salesforce clouds. You can use email, you can use mobile, you can use advertising, interaction studio, journey builder, reports, and social, interconnected with data that are interconnected with commerce and communities. And of course, thanks to the Customer 360 connector, you can leverage online data, mobile apps data, and so on. All of this is Digital 360, thanks to the Customer 360 platform. Now let's go. Let me give you a little bit of real cases with actually two clients that we have had, and I will start with the first case study, that is the one for the industry retail. Trendyol. Trendyol is the largest e-commerce in Turkey, present also in the European markets, and is spread along. Is very famous in the home country and also in Germany. Their main challenge was they wanted to create a unified customer view. They wanted to grow and accelerate their growth thanks to the Salesforce tools, platforms, and functionalities. Also, their main purpose was to increase the level of personalization, but the right personalization, thanks to a collection of real customer data from every touch points, okay, having a very, let's say, a real boost for their marketing campaigns. We helped them, and it was great. It was great because one of the main challenges that they had, I didn't mention, was the time for the go-to-market. Well, they wanted to migrate all their marketing processes and business processes in a very short time. We did it with them in just 3 months, and it was really a challenge, but it was really great to see the results. And the results, you can see them on the left of this slide. The volumes were super high and challenging in the setup that we did. The benefits, you can see, I'll not mention there. But let me mention another thing. Thanks to a unified customer view, and thanks to the aggregation of data from different databases, from the offline services, the customer services, they were really capable of creating a unified view of their customer, and they were capable of triggering very effective product recommendation. The result was also an increase in their cart size and the resolution of possible local issues in their deliveries, thanks to surveys, Net Promote Score surveys, that were capable of giving Trendyol the information of some specific part of the country that was not served properly by the delivery service, and of course to improve it. I will then hand over to my colleague John, okay, to talk about the other use case.
Great. Thank you, Gigi. So for our next and final use case, we wanted to highlight and showcase one of our clients from the financial sector. This is the Bank of Georgia. So following and kind of building on what Gigi had mentioned before, the challenges we faced here were some of the, let's say, standard issues that some of our clients are facing, that their communication channels and their omni-channel strategies, etc., their platforms are a bit fragmented, meaning that they're sending emails from one platform using another provider to send SMS, etc. This kind of fragmentation is not only hard to manage, it's hard to build, proper reporting, etc. And this leaves their marketing departments kind of in a bit of a frenzy, let's say. So this was our first challenge, right? That we had to kind of accept as our own challenge, but also being a financial institution, we know that banks are very heavily regulated internally and also externally. So having to consider the security risks from both points of view was one of our priorities as well. On top of that, and something that we also see is there a limited size of a marketing department, meaning they don't have many people to accomplish all the different tasks that are needed. So like content developers would sometimes also be the product owners. Campaign managers are not only creating campaigns, but they're also managing the social channels. So with these challenges and trying to move towards, let's say, their future architecture, digital marketing 360, we came to our solution. So the solution itself was quite interesting, because usually when we think about Marketing Cloud and the different projects that we're handling, we're considering them to be cross-cloud. In this case, we were only building this solution on the Salesforce Marketing Cloud platform. This was a combination of a separate data warehouse and a set of middleware that was then connected to Marketing Cloud. So combining all of those channels that I mentioned that were previously fragmented, so the SMS, push notifications, email, and also social. So we were using Social Studio within Marketing Cloud, basically keeping everything in one centralized location so that their small but now capable and eager marketing team could do everything in this kind of one-stop shop of Marketing Cloud. In addition, and something that I also wanted to highlight was we had developed a custom SMS gateway. So this was an enablement of the platform itself. And actually, one quote that I wanted to highlight from one of our lead developers on the Marketing Cloud side. So Salesforce Marketing Cloud provides capabilities to automate almost any marketing process, and when almost is not enough, we extend the platform. So this kind of perfectly highlights how we're able to deliver based on the set of standard functionalities, but we are ready and able to develop custom activities, etc., on the platform to meet the specific needs. And lastly, maintaining security protocols. As I mentioned, this was a challenge that we had faced, being it a financial institution, but using the various capabilities of Marketing Cloud, IP whitelisting, in combination with single sign-on and a set of VPNs, etc., maintaining the necessary security measures internally, externally, was accomplished. So I think that's it for the Bank of Georgia.
And this led us understand how important is, first of all, a 360 view of the customer, no matter if all the standard functionalities of Marketing Cloud or perhaps sales, service, commerce, experience are used by a client, or even in some cases when only the Marketing Cloud platform is used and is interconnected with many other systems that are other third-party systems, in-house systems. For instance, in the banking industry, it's very common to interact with other systems that are not in the cloud. What is the purpose of it? The purpose is to create the purpose of using Marketing Cloud with the approach of creating a unified view gives, in any case, to the marketers and to the business in general, the capability of really remove the fragmented approach and platforms that was very common in the last 20 years, and have a unified view of the customer, a unified way, big channel to run their omni-channel campaigns. Sometimes they are only multi-channel campaigns, so they leverage email, SMSs, mobile push, perhaps. Sometimes, and this is the willing of many companies nowadays, and this is our recommendation to our clients nowadays, they have to think about an omni-channel strategy. Well, you can apply an omni-channel strategy only if you have a unified customer view in your system and really aggregate the data. Then I will hand over to Jeanette to close the call and ask if we receive any question, or perhaps ask if you have any question on top of it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Gigi and Jonathan. Really interesting. Thank you both for sharing your insights and customer success stories. Very different examples. I think what's really impressive is the time frame that you've achieved these in and the results, especially I think given the circumstances in the past year. So congratulations on that. Really fantastic stories. I think what I'm really curious about is kind of coming from a retail brand perspective. With the massive upsurge recently in e-commerce, but generally in commerce, there's this huge opportunity actually to link physical and digital, and really provide consumers with a connected experience. So I'd love to really kind of just ask you this question about providing connected experiences and how we could support traditional retailers with this. So how could Marketing Cloud help here?
John, if you want to reply, I have my own idea and vision about that.
Sure. I think one of the things that comes to my mind when we're talking about this phygital, let's say, and one area that we are definitely moving towards, and that we're kind of upskilling on, is the capabilities when we start to think about Interaction Studio. I don't know, maybe Gigi, you were going to touch on this, but using Interaction Studio as kind of an add-on, let's say, to the Marketing Cloud platform, enables us to be personalizing content for customers that, let's say, we're going to go to a store or maybe now can't now go online, we're able to personalize content for them in a real-time manner. So I think there's definitely kind of an uptick in this area of technology, and something that should definitely be considered, and something that we are also fully capable to help our customers enable on their side. So maybe Gigi, you want to?
Definitely. And when I was talking about omni-channel strategy, I was exactly meaning these points with Marketing Cloud and Interaction Studio, but not only with the Interaction Studio, with Customer 360 today. You are really capable of collecting the data from every touch point and then react back to every touch point, online or offline. It can be in your shop or boutique. It can be for banking on your ATM, on your cash machine. It can be in a panel along the street, okay? Because with Interaction Studio, you can connect with those touch points and you can trigger specific communication, and even, let me say, a personalized communication to these touch points whenever you want. And this is a great thing, and this is, let me say, the future, but let me say also the present, because we can do it today already.
Fantastic. And it sounds like, thank you for sharing that. It sounds like we can also do it quite quickly in a proactive, responsive way within a short time frame. So yeah, I think that's really, really interesting. And I think another point that is really interesting is that the retailers in this last year, it's been pretty tough for the high street retailers, and this opportunity now to actually leverage the partnership between brands and retailers, whether online or offline, is massive. So I think that's where we can actually also help. So thank you for sharing those insights. Another question actually which has come in, which you touched on actually in your presentation, so thank you. But we hear a lot about digital 360 and customer 360. So can you explain kind of in simple terms, what exactly is the difference between these? We hear a lot about these two different approaches or technologies. So that would be really cool to hear from you guys on this. Thanks.
Definitely. And this is a common question when I discuss with our clients. Yeah, but well, what is digital 360 and what is, the customer 360? Do they overlap somehow? Are they different platforms perhaps, or concepts? Well, let me clarify that digital 360 is a set of functionalities that imply marketing, commerce, and experience, so communities, okay, and then unify, at least give an advanced way of unifying your customer view, the company customer view. It's also an approach that Salesforce is going towards, and that we strongly believe is the right one, to try to make all these pieces one big piece. Now, what is Customer 360? Customer 360 is, first of all, the customer data platform of Salesforce, is the Salesforce CDP. And let me say, it's the instrument allowing companies, okay, to follow the digital 360 approach. So it's the instrument to collect all the data from every touch point, and there is the Sales and Service Cloud connector to push and retrieve data from Customer 360. There is the Marketing Cloud connector to push and retrieve data to Customer 360. So it is the customer data platform that is capable of collecting data from several touch points, aggregating them, giving a unique identity to each and every customer, and giving all the information coming from, for instance, the online experience that nowadays, and we have seen in 2020 and this year, it's almost the same. How important is the online experience for the customers, and how important is for a company to know exactly what is the customer experience, which are the customer interactions actually. So Customer 360 is the instrument to apply an omni-channel strategy, to apply phygital. You were saying before, that's totally correct, to merge offline and online in one single set of data for the companies. I hope it clarifies a little bit better the difference between the two and the overlap between a concept and a platform that is capable to make this concept real.
Yeah, no, definitely. Thank you. I think that's, we're going to have another one, unless anyone has any more questions. I would just say that I think, you know, you've really covered some fantastic, impressive case studies today, very different, you know, a retailer and the Bank of Georgia. I think all I would say is now that, you know, if anyone in our audience would like to contact you both, I know you'll be very open to that because you're the experts and can definitely provide more information and guidance in having a discussion with anyone that would like more information on how to actually tailor it, right, for a specific customer, because it could be a retailer, it could be a bank, or just, you know, an FMCG brand. So I think that's going to be definitely something that I think people will want to speak to you guys more about. But I would really like to thank you both for sharing your expertise and stories with us, and also to thank our audience for joining us today. And also, please don't hesitate to reach out to us for more information on how we can actually help you with your business. We'd love to get your valuable feedback. So we will be sharing the recording with you and also a questionnaire. The exciting news is we've actually also, because we've become Merkle in the DACH region, we've actually launched our new website. So please do take a look, because on top of also finding the cases shared today, you will actually find a lot of other business references, which will help you understand also the results of Salesforce 360 and what can be achieved, and also generally on other topics. So without further ado, I will say goodbye to Gianluigi and Jonathan, and to you, our participants in our audience. And thank you so much for joining us. And we really look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you and have a great day.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.